recommended oversight. It is indeed a historic day for the coffee farmer as I ring the bell marking the reopening of the Nairobi Coffee Exchange auction. The bell we ring today signifies the small-scale farmer who has been toiling and sweating for peanuts will meet the buyer and negotiate the price of their coffee, not through middlemen, not again. Indeed, the journey to putting money to where it belongs, the pocket of the farmer, is firmly on course. Among a raft of other changes, it is also a milestone as the direct settlement system through the Cooperative Bank of Kenya has been implemented to ensure the farmer is paid on time. County governments will license millers, while the auction will be under the Capital Markets Authority for stronger governance. On the other hand, the Agriculture and Food Authority will license the buyers. This is just the beginning of delivering the coffee subsector reforms, which began as President William Ruto instructed me under Executive Order Number 1 of 2023. The reforms we are undertaking are based on the resolutions of the Coffee Subsector Stakeholders Conference, which I convened and chaired in Meru in June. Distinguished guests and traders, agriculture is at the heart of the Kenya Kwanza administration's bottom-up economic transformation agenda. The sector is employing more than 40% of our population and over 70% of the rural people. It is immensely contributing to our economy directly and through interlinkages. Coffee was once the pride of Kenya, fetching us foreign exchange earnings. But the capture of the subsector by cartels and brokers, the crop has lost value to the farmer as it benefited those who worked least. It is one of the reasons production has dropped from an average of 130,000 metric tons in the late 1980s to as low as 34,000 metric tons. We want to boost the crop production per bush in the next 1 year as we target at least 200,000 metric tons by the year 2027. This will boost our foreign exchange earnings and contribute to sustaining a stable economy. That is why we have set aside funds for subsidizing fertilizer, the Coffee Cherry Fund, besides enhancing the capacity of the Coffee Research Institute. Distinguished traders and farmers, during the Coffee Stakeholders Conference, it was recommended that the Coffee Board of Kenya be re-established. Again, it was recommended that the new KPCU be redesigned for farmer-centered operations. We are reforming these agencies to serve the farmer better. To avoid being held at ransom by brokers, among other functions, the government is working on a very clear strategy to forestall blackmail by the cartels and the brokers. As we also work on value addition and marketing coffee through specialty coffee route, our interest and focus remain in the farmer, especially in the smallholder earning more on the international market. I wish to assure our farmers that the reforms are unstoppable. With the support of the Ministry of Cooperatives, Agriculture, Trade, and Parliament, we are aligning legislative and administrative frameworks for sustainable reforms in the subsector. I therefore ask the actors in the subsector to take measures to comply with the raft of reforms we are making, because we shall not retreat until the farmer become the king once more. I just want to emphasize, for the avoidance of doubt, that reforms in the coffee subsector are unstoppable, and we are on course. There will be policy, administrative, and legal reforms towards making sure the farmer is at the center stage and the farmer gets commensurate earnings for his sweat. And I want to say, the President and I, and indeed the rest of government, know But this fight is not easy. We are well sized of that reality. We are sized. And we have already seen a fight back. The cartels are fighting back. We have seen sponsored newspaper articles with the cartels in cohort, with the media trying to create a picture that there is a crisis in the coffee subsector. Indeed, there is a crisis. The only crisis that is its sector is as the brokers and the cartels are fighting back to continue getting what is not due to them, and the government, the Ruto administration, insisting that the farmer must be adequately compensated for his sweat. That is the crisis that we face. So we are saying we are ready, and as we embarked on these reforms, we knew there will be a serious fight back, but we are prepared, and there is no turning back. And the administration that will sort out the issues in the coffee subsector is this administration led by Dr. William Ruto. And we are determined, and I want to assure our farmers to remain calm and to continue increasing production, to continue taking care of their coffee. As last Sunday, our Cabinet Secretary for Interior and National Government Administration, Professor Kithure Kindiki, has issued instructions to the National Police Service to provide 24-hour armed security to all our coffee factories to protect our coffee from theft. Again, we are aware of the collusion between these cartels and people in various institutions to try to forestall these reforms and try to portray that the government doesn't know what it's doing. We have interrogated this matter. We sat with the farmers for 3 days, and the farmers told us what they want, and we'll do what the farmers want, and nobody will stop us from doing what the farmers want, and ultimately, the Kenyan coffee farmer will be the winner. Next month, I'll lead a high-level delegation to Colombia for the World Coffee Conference, again, as a way of trying to understand the international market and connect the farmer directly to the consumer of coffee across the world. We'll soon be calling our ambassadors and high commissioners home for debriefing so that we align them to the Kenya Kwanza plan. And we have announced repeatedly that we are changing the approach to our foreign policy. Our ambassadors, our high commissioners across the world, 70% of their work will be to market Kenyan produce, including coffee. So I want to say the future looks bright. We may have challenges here in the beginning, the first 1 year, 1.5 years. And I want to ask the farmers to be prepared that it will not be easy, it will be messy, it will be ugly, but the outcome will be beautiful. And the farmers will smile all the way to the bank. That is a promise that I want to give you on behalf of government, on behalf of President William Ruto, that there is no turning back. We are going to walk this journey together. And the auction here today, where the farmers are now participating, is the first step towards getting the farmer right in the center of the coffee subsector and all its operations.